When my sister Blair was 6 years old, she was diagnosed with a rare lysosomal disease called Sanfilippo syndrome, which I'm sure many of you have heard of. I was 4 at the time of Blair's diagnosis, and as I got older, I began to understand the terrifying fate of my only sibling. Sanfilippo took away Blair's ability to walk, talk, and care for herself. Yet even as Sanfilippo consumed Blair's life more and more, her personality always shined through. Blair was the most positive, fun, and sassy person that I have ever met. As you can see in this photo of her, her smile truly lit up a room. It was incredible for me to come home to her still laughing and smiling after a day of doctor's appointments, medication, and physical therapy. This is a photo of Blair and I. We're wearing our Purple Lemonade shirts. The Purple Lemonade stand is a fundraiser that I started when I was 6 years old to raise money for a cure for Sanfilippo syndrome. Once a year, we sell lemonade, baked goods, and merchandise, all purple. Purple is the awareness color for Sanfilippo syndrome, and it also represents courage. Blair and all other kids that have Sanfilippo syndrome have courage, and their siblings do as well. Since that first year, we've raised over $200,000 for Sanfilippo research. Unfortunately, Blair passed away in April of 2017. In the several months before and after her passing, I realized how lucky I was to have such an incredible support system of not only friends and family, but also other siblings of kids with Sanfilippo syndrome who understood exactly what I was going through. Living in Orlando, we were lucky to be able to meet a lot of Sanfilippo families when they visited for Make-A-Wish trips or conferences. It was really beneficial for me to be able to talk to siblings when Blair was alive and after her passing, and share stories with them. Although, I realized that many siblings aren't this lucky. Whether they don't have access to social media to connect with siblings, or they can't travel to meet families dealing with a similar illness, there is just a lack of this kind of sibling support. I really wanted to come up with a solution to this problem. And to do that, first I had to do some research on existing sibling support programs and why there is such a need for new ones. There are many concerns for siblings who don't have the proper support system. Not surprisingly, research has found that preteens who had lost a sibling had higher anxiety and depression levels than those who did not. They also had more attention problems, likely caused by a disrupted routine. Even adults who had lost siblings as kids recall feeling as if their own emotions didn't matter. They didn't have closure. And I think that if they had had the proper support system, they would have gotten this closure, and maybe they wouldn't have these emotions as adults. 5 to 8% of children in the United States will experience these challenges and the death of a sibling. But the loss is rarely discussed, and siblings are often overlooked. A study of 109 major pediatric hospitals in the US and Canada found that even with these challenges, only 48% provide sibling support. Ashlyn Bentley, whose sister was diagnosed with Ewing's sarcoma, stated, "For several months, I just shut people out. It's hard to find people that understand what you're going through. Often siblings feel like they don't want to burden their parents, and they feel like their emotions do not amount to their siblings' challenges." David Balk, a professor at Brooklyn College who has done extensive research on sibling loss, says one of the common messages for adolescents whose siblings have died is that they have to camouflage their feelings. They just want permission to be able to talk about their brother or sister and what he or she meant to them. With these challenges and needs in mind, I created the Blair Connection. The website not only allows siblings to share stories about their brother or sister, through blogs, photos, and drawings. But it also gives them the comfort of knowing that they're sharing it with other siblings. There are 6 pages of the website, all designed to help siblings express their emotions and learn about others' stories. The blog page includes Q&As, poems, funny stories, and other ways of sharing stories. Although most of these blogs are by siblings, guest blogs include stories from caregivers and parents. When I created the website, I thought it would be important for siblings to hear about all perspectives of sibling support. Because if they realize that they have this support from parents and caregivers, they may feel more comfortable opening up to them in the future. The photo wall shows adorable pictures of siblings and emphasizes that positive aspect of their relationship as they hug, laugh, and play together. The resources page gives other kinds of sibling support programs online. It has been truly inspiring for me to interact with siblings in the past year and hear about their stories. In the San Filippo community, we've always used the phrase super siblings to emphasize how strong siblings are and have to be. To incorporate this idea into my website, BLAIR is also an acronym for brave, loving, amazing, inspiring, and relentless. As we all know, kids with terminal illnesses have all of these traits, but their siblings do as well, and are often overlooked. In the future, I hope to continue posting meaningful blogs and stories to help prevent siblings from feeling alone. I also aim to raise awareness for the challenges that siblings face by doing presentations like this. By bringing sibling support to people's attention, hopefully more resources will be created for siblings, and the 48% of sibling support programs in hospitals will go up. You can help me reach these goals in a few different ways. The main way is just being aware. If you're ever working with siblings, simply acknowledging that they're going through challenges and interacting with them would likely mean the world. For updates on posts and the website, you can follow the Blair Connection on Instagram. If you can think of any siblings specifically who may benefit from contributing to the website or just reading other sibling stories, please give them the link. If you work with siblings often, feel free to find me after all the presentations, and I can give you pamphlets with more information, which can be passed out to siblings. Thank you. Any questions?